my name is Adam, but you all know me better as Richard Whiskey 15, and this is my vampire adventure. When I started doing this, I just was flying around this one random place, and I looked at my world map and saw these two little green dots, so I flew down and stood next to them. As you can see, the one on the left, or would be on the right of me, his name is Jack. The one to the left would be, her name is Jean. And they're like these warriors from this one world. And I stood there for a second, they said, "Can I help you?" I didn't say anything, I just stood next to him for a second. And we started talking and stuff, and they're actually really nice people, and she's actually his slave. So I don't know how you become a slave, but she said it's fun. But next to him, as we were talking, I was getting kind of bored just talking to him, and I saw this cow standing there. So I went over to it, and I thought I could sit on it. So I said, "Sit here," and then I started milking it. So that was kind of weird that you can actually milk a cow and nothing, you know, still talk to me. So as we talked, I wanted to do an adventure with him, and Jane needed permission from Jack to help me with this adventure, and it was to become a vampire. And she sent me this one place that said I needed to first fight vampires. So she sent me this one place, and no one was there. But I started walking around, and this place was pretty sketchy. It was dark, and it looked like something like a Saw movie or something. So I didn't stay there. I didn't stay there very long. But she said, "Okay, it's time to become a vampire." So she's teleported me to this one place where you can actually become a vampire. So as I got there, this is where I first ended up, and that is the HUD for becoming a vampire. Though for some reason I couldn't get it, and she said it's never happened to her before, so I guess this is the luck of the draw. So either way, she wanted to still give me the experience of, you know, becoming a vampire. So in this picture, she's actually trying to bite me, but because she's so short, she kind of like bit my torso area, so it didn't really look very well. But this is actually where this is what the place would be called. And I took a picture by it so I could remember what it was. And then we went to this one room. She said, "Follow me," so I followed her. And some people, they get really offensive when you try to take their blood. So people actually stockpile the blood in these big containers in this one room. So when the vampires need blood, they can just go into this room and take blood out of it so they don't die. And this is the conversation we had a little bit. Then after that adventure, about 2 days later, I got an email, and it said I was invited to a wedding. So I was kind of curious about what that was, and it was the two of them. They're going to get married, which is weird because I never thought in Second Life you could get married. So actually I was like, all right, I'll go there for a little bit so I can add on this adventure. So I went there, and the first picture right there is looking down the altar toward the back, and the second one would be looking towards them. And you can see right here, they're actually standing there. So I got there about 2 hours late, but they still weren't doing anything, so I just sat there and watched. And that's them. And that's right at the end, actually. I guess kissed. That was the end of it. So then they went and had their first dance, which is the next photo there. And I just watched for a little bit, and there was a pretty cool dance move, so I did that, and then I ended up leaving. That's my Second Life adventure. Thank you.